Anya. Anya. Am I alright? Aduh. Why? Huh. Why is it so high though? I didn't open anything. Is it back? Is it back? Is it alright? Let me try just continuing just one bit. The OBS is green again. I guess it's not as stable as I think. But then again, my title said, will my connection get me first? Ha! Yeah, the OBS is green, so hopefully it's not that bad. Hopefully. Conundrum. What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did. Matanya. His eyes changed a lot though. Oh my god. So if he's in the panic moment, his eyes turns like this, like a lots of kayak garis putih di tengah mata. But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. You! What did you just say? Nothing. I didn't say anything. Whoops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes. Oh yeah. She's right. It was him. That's acute. That occurs great. He let of all the bad luck. Wait, I need to short trip to the bathroom. I'm back. Finally. Yeah. I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. The great detective. Obviously. We know. Yes, I buck. Oh? What's that? Oh. Victoria Blue. Hello, Victoria Blue. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Brush. Yes. May you be cursed until the end of your days. Sherlock Holmes. Oh my. I knew it. Him again. No, no. Mr. Holmes? Yes. The Sherlock Holmes is back. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after the nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They start shouting at me. This is the police! Put the weapon down! Yes, it was a thin sliver and it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting dietary discrimination, devils. You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. Tiring morning. And there he was in the middle of all the policemen grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Sherlock Holmes. It's actually just Sherlock Holmes. His English. Kayak tuh. Oh no, Spring, don't say it that way, goddamn. I've since found out that it's a famous name in the section here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak, stoop kid and of a man. I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Holmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were, that's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after questions at me. Oh no, in impossible English. Oh goddamn, now that's I kind of pity him, see. Now that we know why. Fiendish foreign film flavoury. Well, we are in England, you can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and oh no. Oh no. Oh, poor him. Really? Seriously? Goddamn. Imagine in a panic, and all you have in your head is just, yes, I do, and I'm fine. Imagine being asked, are you the killer? Did you do it? And then you say, yes, I do. Goddamn. Oh no. The next thing I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. He's not fine now. Yeah. Oh no. Naruhodo Esquire. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo, and when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough. Oh, yes, alright, yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. No, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. Oh no, Kazuma flashback. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, what do you mean? The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. Oh no, and of course the foreigner did it. Oh no, they even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. Aduh, sakit. Oh no, that's awful. They're wrong. I studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. Yeah, very sad. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. Oh no, Satye. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. Yeah. So at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Soseki-san, it's just that... Ayo. Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Empire. That's quiet. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Move. Wait, can we present anything? What do we have? Oh, nggak ada, okay. This guy. Oh. So this is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. Sangat heboh tapi precious sih. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamed I'd ever come this close to a real Bobby's helmet. Oh no. Susah to. Kayak being amused with everything in London. Of course. I had to try one on one day. Oh no. Well, I hope your heady dreams come true. Nah. Yes, the fish and chip guy. What's the Japanese delegation doing there? Oh, Inspector Gregson. This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course, we're here to investigate. So you've been to the holding cells then? What you make of the criminal? He's not a criminal as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Root! Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens. And the verdict's a foregone conclusion. The stone cold air of rejection. Oh my god. Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Examine. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. It has a scarf. Look! You'd need one if you were out in the freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene. We're done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, you have some dreadful experience. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. Wait, can we go here? Oh? So this is... Wait, kenapa ditutup ya? Sarkasto. Look at the windows of that building there. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimneys though. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. British bicycle, look. Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fare won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off from ground seems reckless. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. So nothing interesting so far, I guess. Oh, Who will take yeah. You know what he does? Goes around and rooses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work. He wakes people up. Yep, raps on their window with a long pole. Did it myself, going back a bit. I had no idea. The Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. And I suppose in between all of those duties, bobbies are expected to. Ooh. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit. I'd always dreamed of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. It happened at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. Was stabbed with the blade from behind. Oh. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's your policy to give lawyers, defendant, suspect the odd bit of information they go. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. As far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it? Do you think not much of a head-scratcher? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less. It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now. Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife. And the man's one of the most reliable and respected. Oh my, he's a copper from Scotland Yard. A policeman? That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was stabbed. Being a Bobby, catching them. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions? Be my guest, you can ask him what you like in court tomorrow. I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness, so it'll give you something to look forward to. He has got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, you could have... Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. The person who led you to the suspect, I hear that was Mr. Hellock Sholmes. What are you bringing it up for? Was it something I said? The color has drained from his cheeks. Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one Great deductions. Fiddle faddle. The man's an amateur and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his muck everywhere. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of a crime. Wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is great help to Scotland Yard though, isn't he? Gibble gabble. Marah dong. Angry. The wonderful publication in which the adventures... yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the yards of tech... and the so-called great detail... Oh my god. Misadventure too. Muarah. Emosi. Well, I suppose there is an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frabbed by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals. Mauled. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. That twitchy Japanese dog goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not? Well, makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean? There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange though. Sorry? The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, we did hear something to that effect. And the only people who usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones. Master criminals? The violent ones? That's right. Ya, silakan, monggo, ambil makan dulu. That's right, he handpicks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins. But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely? That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase. Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, there's got to be more to it, some reason he's taken an interest. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. Again, are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it. I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in that case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. Are you sure it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again? Are you sure, Susato? The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address, even. It's Baker Street! How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. I'll click. What? Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage! Nafsu bener. So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so where do we move? Ah. Aro? Anime cutscene! Anime desu. Oh. ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。それでは。どうも。ここがホームズさんの事務所なのですね。タタタタタタタタタタタラン。So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? Gluk gluk? Yeah, gluk gluk. I just drank, yeah. Susato. Be like Susato-san. Oh no, she's fangirling. Yes, I gluk gluk just now. I drink water. Do not forget to hydrate. Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can. Yes. So, if you don't mind. Oh, by the way, Victoria Blue, do you play Ace Attorney as well? And good night, by the way, from over here. I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me. Susato. Simping terus. It looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Cutie! Hello, is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello? Wait, aren't you... Oh, how rude of me! I'll go and make some tea at once. I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Susato, did you see the girl who was just here? Oh, yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bohemia? King Wilhelm Gottschrick. Oh my god, see. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventure of Sherlock Holmes for a moment and look over there. Ah, long time ago, only the first 2 editions, I think. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm in... Oh, okay. Hai, hello. Oh, berarti dulu main yang pas awal-awal ya. I see. Kalau awal-awal berarti zaman DS, right? The tea is brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you. Anyway, Susato-san recognizes her too. Gimana hari Seninnya BTW Victoria Blue? Ah, there you are. Ah, And taking that with you as well. Alright. Ini Gina. I played... Oh, yeah. I played Ghost Trick too. Oh, yeah. I did play that as well. Damn. Yeah, that... Ghost Trick is also a good game. God damn. I really like the story, though, of Ghost Trick. Like, eventually it was awesome. I still remember that. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. It was such a long time ago. Ah, the DS games. It's the girl who turned up at the end of McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Who are you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London? Oh, yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know? Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray, it's a winner. I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see? You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. The creator is the same, right? Oh, you mean like... Wait, is it? Wait, let me Google a bit. I forgot. Is it like level 5? Right? I think that's like the developer, I think. Ghost Trick is attorney. Oh yeah, both are from Capcom. But I'm not sure. Oh no, is my OBS red again. My OBS is red again. If it's Shu Takumi, as in the writers, I think, yeah, they have like the same writer. Yep. Publisher Capcom. Yeah, the Ace Attorney creators is Shu Takumi, but for Ghost Trick, I think the creator of Ace Attorney is the writer for Ghost Trick. Yeah, right. Okay, it's green again. Goddamn, my connection has been very unstable. Kayak koneksi itu dari kemarin parah banget sih, nggak stabil gitu loh. Sempat mati. Berapa lama ya kemarin, dari hari Jumat apa Kamis gitu, udah mati terus-terusan sampai sekarangnya masih nggak, masih suka putus-putus. Mr. Sholmes to you, Shirley. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again, even though he's just returned from overseas. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suit? Sweet. Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Sama, so berarti unstable connection-nya tuh bisa dari kemarin kayak kemana-mana ya. It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. Iris! Iris is so cute. I live here together with Hurley. So Hurley is Sherlock Holmes. Ya kayak koneksinya dari kemarin aneh banget sih. Kayak apa ya, kayak dicek pun katanya nggak apa-apa tapi masih apa ya, putus-putus. Hope it gets better though. Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, really? Especially for Twitch? Oh, I see. Oh, no. No. I'm not sure sih. Kalau kemarin, like yesterday in my place, it was like totally kayak blackout. Like I can't really access anything. Even as simple as Google. Like yeah, I can't reach anything gitu loh. Kayak mau nge-browse susah bener udah paling ringannya tuh Google gitu loh. Tapi kayak masih nggak bisa. Kayak stress. Why my work? Stop. I can't open Twitch at all. Oh no. Oh no, Satke. Kayak apa ya, aneh gitu loh koneksinya. Terus kalau ditanya tuh ya tipikal jawaban template, jadi kayak kesel kalau telepon sama providernya kayak gitu. Susi. Oh ya, katanya juga sempat ada masalah apa sih, kayak nggak tahu bener atau enggak kalau yang pakai IndiHome. Katanya kabel bawah lautnya yang masalah gitu loh. Jadi kayak sempat putus-putus, but I don't know about other provider sih. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Question Iris. Converse. Yeah. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey? Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Like this? No. Oh, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in town, didn't you? That awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. So we found out it was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Try a gun-like contraption. Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a substitute. No. This girl is dangerous. Oh no. Anyway, I brought Jeannie back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective has such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not like... I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well, then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you've found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive, so the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at least this year. 10 years old. 10 years old dan udah bisa bikin inventions like those smoke guns. Nah, the world is not fair. Yeah, why? Of course, go ahead. I'm a very great fan of the adventure show. Simping time. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them. Voila. So you are the author. No. Aduh, imagine umur 10 tahun bisa bikin invention, bisa bikin buku, man. Terus bukunya kayak kemana-mana lagi. My god. Yes, I'll let you in on a secret. If you like, I'm going to call this latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. This time I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. All written by me, yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. Dr. John H. Wilson. Oh no. Ah yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the Doctor of Medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a Doctor of Medicine. Oh, 10 years old? Oh my god. 10 years old. Ah yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the story to be more compelling. Bikin buku, bikin invention, Doctor of Medicine. Bye guys. Man, itu kayak imagine a 10-year-old being a genius. All you can do is just kayak dah lah, world is not fair. Bye guys. Goodbye cruel world. World's so cruel, I hate it. Whoa. What is this? I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh, so I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey, I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. Oh, we're controlling Iris now. No, we don't control Iris though. I think this is like a part where apa ya, kayak dijelasin kayak kenapa si Iris tuh bisa bisa nebak kayak kita tuh apa, siapa dan ngapain di sini gitu loh. The two of you had already had cause to visit her, but if we somewhat can control Iris though, that would be cool. To believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who showed... A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been... Mr. Natsume. Now, Bruno has a fancy Japanese sword, and I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourself, so I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. My god, she's so smart. There's a note on the mantle. Blah, blah. Hurley is always stabbing his note with a knife, you know. He's silly. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Oh my god. What? I think I think from this we can assume Iris is smarter than Sholmes. Goddamn. My god. My gosh. Oh ya, mungkin kalau yang belum familiar sama game ini bakal ada apa ya, beberapa namanya a new mechanics kayak when you're debating on trial gitu. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will you? Won't you, Iris? The case of the Japanese man. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking stoop man running away from the scene. Soseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all, but it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley uses his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police and yeah... Oh, Spring, you back? Welcome back. Oh, jadi to catch up from the last point sih buat Spring intinya tuh kayak jadi kita udah terima case yang baru kan, terus kayak apa udah nanya-nanya ke Scotland Yard-nya, udah nanya ke si Soseki, udah investigate apa the crime scene, kayak nanya-nanya cari infonya segala macam. Terus tiba-tiba ya udah kalau sekarang kayak gini kan katanya gara-gara Sholmes ya, si Susato bilang ya udah kalau gitu kita visit aja tempatnya si Sholmes terus si Naruhodo bilang kayak lah kalau mau ke Sholmes kan kita nggak tahu dia tinggal di mana, terus Susato kayak ada di sini di Baker Street gitu. Terus kayak ya udah buru-buru ke sana deh. Sekarang lagi ketemu karakter baru namanya Iris Wilson, and apparently Iris is a 10-year-old kid, a genius one at that. Terus kayak bisa great deductions, which is obviously way smarter than Sholmes apparently. Terus kayak dia bisa apa sih, kayak dia tuh doctor of medicine, bisa bikin inventions. I don't know man, the world is just not fair. Bye. Kayak the epitome of being a genius. Yes, the bazooka kid. Yes. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it apparently. Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. Staff and money are both short. crimes are usually penal. Oh, that's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. But I don't hold out much hope for Saseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guess, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Oh well, I expect Harley is still investigating the scene of the case involving Mr. Natsume. Yes, Mr. Natsume. Harley said he was going to the men's lodging. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Oh, goody! In that case, give Grexy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Huh. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us. Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Man. Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Pen. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Oh, Iris is so cute. Protect. Well, Mr. Naruhodo is back to the scene of the crime. Ta-da-da. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard, we headed back to the scene with Iris' curious note, the heaviest silver coins in hand. Oh? Wait, ini udah berapa lama? Oh, masih 1,5 jam. Yeay. Wait, sekarang udah 1,5 jam ya? I think kayak mending end di sini sih, soalnya udah sampai save point juga. So I guess this is pretty much like a very short stream since it's Monday. Yeah, I tend to try to stick to my new schedule sih, kayak pengen coba aja kayak stick to jadwal kayak tiap Senin, Rabu, dan Jumat. So yeah, dan since it's still weekdays, the first day of the week. Kayaknya try to keep it short sih biar nggak kecapean untuk kalian yang kayak kalau besok ada sekolah atau lagi kerja. Yeah, so today will be Otsu. Tonight will be Otsu. Yeah. Jadi sekarang udah jam 11. Biar nggak kemalaman. Yeah. Otsu. Thank you udah pada datang. It's a very short stream sih. So I hope kalau internetnya nggak kenapa-napa, Jumat kita lanjutin and hopefully sampai habis sih kalau bisa. Soalnya kayak I kinda wanna see what will happen after this one. Ya, jadi kayak thank you yang udah dropping by, thank you yang udah datang, udah komen-komen. Yeah, I'll see you guys again on Friday since Wednesday will be an art stream. Yeah. So yes. Thank you. Otsu, have a good night, have a good sleep, everyone. Rest well. Oh my god, no more. No. The Susato sim will continue for spring in Friday. Ya sudahlah, berarti disudahi dulu semuanya. Thank you. Goodbye.